Now at least 23 civilians are killed in fresh airstrikes by the U.S.-led coalition warplanes in Dayr's countryside that's in eastern Syria. Several homes were also destroyed when fighter jets targeted residential neighborhoods there. Air attacks came less than just a day after U.S.-led coalition jet fighters conducted another airstrike in Dayr using internationally banned weapons. Planes dropped cluster bombs on residential neighborhoods, leaving several people dead or wounded. Bombing also caused heavy material damage. Now hundreds of civilians have been displaced due to U.S.-led coalition airstrikes in Syria. Washington claims attacks target Daesh terrorist groups' positions in the country, but the air raids have killed large numbers of civilians. Joining us now out of Calgary, Canada is Mr. Robert Inlakesh, political commentator. Hello, Robert. Thanks for joining us back on the program. Now, Rob, I mean, what's the point of the U.S.-led coalition airstrikes? All we're hearing about are so many civilians getting killed. It's such an easy justification to kill a terrorist. We're willing to kill 3 or 4 families in the process. How is this justified?
Well, it's not justified, and it's not the first time that the United States has done this. It attacks periodically like this. Throughout the year, it's done so using a lot worse weapons than it did this time. In fact, it's used chemical weapons. It's used in the past depleted uranium, all types of incendiary munitions. And really, it's just funding the war machine for the United States. There's no real strategic value to anything they're doing, despite the justifications that they'll try and give to it. If they were trying to do anything of strategic value to kill terrorists in Syria, they would be able to wipe out ISIS, and also they wouldn't be propping up these Kurdish proxies that they have in the northeast of Syria, as they do right now. If they were in the interests of peace in the region, in the interest of security of any countries, they wouldn't be doing this. So what they are doing right now is just exercising their might, perhaps gesturing at Syria, trying to show them what they can do. But really, they're going to make absolutely no impacts on the outcome of the Syrian war, and they're just prolonging the violence. That is the objective, I believe, at the moment. And
Robert, I mean, Syria, Damascus has enough help right now in the fight against terrorism. It's doing a great job. It's almost cleansed the entire country of terrorists. Why doesn't the U.S. get out? They're not needed. Their allied partners are not needed. They're all there without a UN mandate, without permission from Damascus. And simply, if there's just cause for their presence to be there, it's really not. They're totally an unnecessary player in the Syria conflict. Why are they there?
Well, they're violating Syrian sovereignty by operating there in the first place. They were not invited. They claim to be there in order to try and counteract the presence of Iran in the country, but Iran has been invited by the Syrian government and is there with legitimate ambitions of crushing terrorist forces in the country, unlike the United States. So the United States is there trying to expand its sphere of regional hegemony, and really it's trying to agitate both Bashar al-Assad. Of course, it's there agitating Russia and primarily Iran. It is targeting Iran, and that is the reason why it stays in Syria is because of Iran. And it has absolutely no justification for doing so. It's completely unjustified.
Thank you for joining us, Robert Inlakesh, political commentator. They're joining us out of Calgary.